Hey guys, welcome to my channel Tech Ladder. Today we are going to see the deployment models of the cloud. There are mainly 4 deployment models in the cloud, which is public, private, hybrid and community. We will see one by one. The first one is private. From the name itself, we can get an idea that it can be owned by a single person or organization and that is not exposed to a public. And then it will be a more secure one. So most of them prefer the private cloud if they possess any security information or sensitive information that should be deployed in a cloud. And then simply, what is meant by private cloud? If the whole IT infrastructure is dedicated to a single customer or a single person and which is not shared to anyone else, it will be a private cloud. In the modern cloud, it is no longer needed to have an on-premise IT infrastructure for a public cloud. Now it can be built on a rented or vendor-owned data centers in off-premises also. It will be a great advantage to have a private cloud. Private cloud is a high cost compared to all the other deployment models. The next one is a public cloud. Here, public clouds are the IT infrastructure which is not owned by the end user. It is owned by the cloud service provider itself. Now in our case, it is owned by the AWS, Amazon Web Services. The traditional public clouds are always run on off-premises, which means the outside of the offices, on the service provider locations. But what is the advantage now is they are providing the public cloud option in the on-premise data center also. So it is also a great advantage to have a public cloud in our data center itself. Which is known as a public cloud? Like if any cloud is partitioned or distributed to a multiple tenants or multiple customers, it will become a public cloud. It is the most lowest deployment model in a cloud deployments. The next one is a hybrid cloud. Here, as the name indicates, it is a combination of both, which includes at least one public or one private cloud. It should be included of both, at least one public and one private cloud, which provides the management and application portability between them. And where we are going to use this hybrid cloud? Public cloud we will use for all the options, and private cloud we can use for only the secure. If we need any secure information to be hosted on cloud, we can choose a private cloud. Now where the hybrid cloud enters? Here, when we need is, if you don't want to share the sensitive information to a cloud, you can keep it in on-premise itself and keep the remaining in the cloud. So here the whole thing comes for a hybrid cloud. The sensitive information will be in the private cloud and all the other information which is not sensitive will be hosted on a public cloud. This is known as a hybrid cloud. Here what we can achieve is, we can achieve the security also. Security, which means we can achieve the security through the private clouds and also get the cost effectiveness of the public cloud because we are using both of that. It is a low cost than a private, but little bit higher cost than a public. The final one is a community cloud. In community cloud, here the cloud infrastructure that allows the system and services to be accessible by a group of organization, not a single person or a multiple person. It will be accessible by a group of organizations. It will be owned or managed by one or more organizations or a cloud service provider itself. We can choose whatever we want based on our need. It is the most cost effective because it is shared by more than one organization. So the cost is equally shared between all the organizations. It is more secure than a public cloud, but not secure up to the level of the private cloud. And finally, where we need this community cloud, in which place we will consider this community cloud? It will be more opt for the hospitals, a group of hospitals and a financial institution like that. They can prefer mostly the community cloud rather than others. That's it for today. In the next video, we will see about the advantages and characteristics of cloud computing. Thank you.